Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. I am so excited to try out this Milani Cream to Powder Foundation today because this is one of the products from my recent huge Ulta haul, which I have that unboxing video up here on my YouTube channel if you haven't seen it yet. And it's one of the products that I've had on my list that I've been wanting to try out for so long because it was one of my favorite YouTubers. I can't remember which one, but they recommended this foundation. And it's specifically called the Conceal and Perfect Smooth Finish Cream to Powder Foundation, I believe. And it cost $12 at Ulta. And I got this in the shade number 208 Buff, which I think is the lightest shade, but it actually looks pretty dark in here. And it's cruelty-free and vegan, but I'm so intrigued by what this texture is going to be like. Cream to powder, and it's supposed to be buildable to full coverage, which I love in my foundations. I really love a full coverage foundation, but I am super picky with my foundations. If it gives like cakiness, texture on the skin, then I'm not gonna like it. But I've got a lot of redness on my cheeks, so you can see, which I'm trying to cover up. I've got large pores along my nose and my cheek here. My skin is kind of dry on my chin, and I'm not going in with any primer or skincare. I literally just washed my face because I want to see how this foundation is just on my skin. And I'm going to try out a few different techniques to apply it. It does come with a sponge here and a mirror underneath, which is nice. But I also have my velvet sponge here, my Dampen Beauty sponge. So we'll see which one works out best. But first I'll just go ahead and try the sponge that comes with it, which it's a little bit of that sticky, dense foam, which I don't usually have much luck with. But let's start here. And you know what? Now that I'm actually doing this motion, it reminds me so much of basically my first foundation that I ever used, and I used it for years. And it's the CoverGirl Compact, which was like a similar creamy texture with a similar sponge. And I loved that foundation. Oh my gosh, I should get that again and try it and see if I still love it. Oh. I feel like this applicator, it absorbs it a lot because I barely was able to put anything on my face, but you can see there's a lot left on the applicator. And luckily it does seem like the shade should work for me, but it is almost a shade or two darker than my natural skin color. And considering this is the lightest one, I'm not impressed with their shade range. I'm also not impressed with this applicator. It's not really giving me any coverage, and I feel like I'm wasting the product with it just sinking into this sponge here. But okay, I think I want to go in with my Dampen Beauty sponge next, and let's see how this does. It is like a creamy texture, almost kind of hard to pick up. It's looking very dry and very cakey and creating the texture of dry skin, which isn't there, but it's creating the look of it, which of course I am not trying to get the look of dry skin. Maybe if I just press it in a little more. I mean, the coverage is getting there. The shade actually now is looking like a pretty good match for me, but it just looks like dry skin on top, like a layer of dry skin. Oh no. And my cheeks are where my skin is probably the most normal. I really do like how this applies with the sponge. I'm able to get a lot of coverage. It goes on quickly and blends quickly. I just can't get over the cakiness, the dryness, the texture that this is leaving. Oh, such a bummer because I like how this applies. And it could be because it brings me back to that other CoverGirl Compact that I was talking about. but it's just like so quick to apply, so quick to get that coverage, but I can't with that texture. Let's, for the fun of it, switch over to my third tool. I feel like it's easiest for some reason to pick it up on this. Let's apply it to the other side. Oh yeah, regardless of the tool, it's still leaving that dry texture on the skin. What a bummer. I definitely think I'm able to get the most coverage with the dampened beauty sponge, but seriously, like, look at how much product just sticks on the applicator. I feel like it really like wastes the product, and you barely get any in here, because look, that's how much you actually get in the pan, and that's not much. Even though it's only $12, which for a foundation is more on the less expensive side, I feel bad wasting so much product. Yeah, this is not looking great. The other technique I can try is applying with my finger, and just go over my nose a little bit. The texture of it, almost like, yeah, that creamy, kind of like a clay-ish texture I would describe it with, I feel like is not the easiest to blend out with my finger. It's just like, it's more like malleable, moldable. Like, it just like shows the finger marks more, but that didn't help with the texture. I don't know why, I just feel like if I can find that technique where it can go on smooth, but let's go a little concealer action here. Let's see. Yeah, it's just unfortunately not what I look for with the texture. So cakey and obvious on the skin, and I just want my foundation to look like skin. But I do love this type of foundation where it's not like a powder foundation, but more like a cream that blends on super easily and quickly and is so convenient for touch-ups. So if you have any recommendations for foundations like that are like a cream like this, that come in a compact, I would love to get those recommendations in the comments down below. I just was so excited about this, and I really thought it was going to work out for me. But thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.